Oh, hello, live. Hello, excuse me, Shalim or Yahusha. Thank you so much for coming back. I much appreciate it. It's Eddie of the Day. I'm Jeff, calling this episode today, the quit uh, slogan and that, but it's been a busy one today. It certainly has been doing a lot of running around in that, and you know, oh gosh, have all these pop-ups going on. It must be the beginning. Hi Priscilla, how are you? Hi Neo Blade Gaming, how you doing? It's great to see everybody. Thank you so much for dropping by. I was just saying, you know what? Today is one busy day. Today, my wife's had me running around like wildfire this morning, so I'm kind of glad to catch my breath, have some lunch, and off we go again. So it's nice to see everybody again. Thanks so much for dropping by. Much appreciated. Red Act Dead. You know what? I mess everybody's name up, don't I? Every time. Red Act 3D. How are you? Thank you so much for dropping by. Keep doing what you do. Yeah, no, thanks again. Oh, M's dad. Hey, thanks a lot for coming by. I appreciate it. You know what? You got a great channel. Check out everybody. Check everybody's channel. Check out M's dad. Great father in that. Thank you for dropping by. I much appreciate it. Try and survive. How are you? Hello from Oklahoma. How's the weather? It's still dreary and cold and damp here. Fall's starting in this. We're southern Ontario. We're about 2 hours from Detroit, 2 hours from Toronto. So fall's here it seems, and our Thanksgiving's coming up this weekend. So in Canada, at least, I realize the Americans have their Thanksgiving. What third week of like November? Is that correct? I'm pretty sure it is. Undead Otter, how are you, my friend? I hope things are going well. Everybody, check Undead Otter out. You know what? It's good to see you, my friend. Thank you for dropping by. I will get over to see you. You do your show at 11:30 each morning. Is that correct, Undead Otter? Um, I've been busy this morning. That's unfortunately what happened today. I just haven't been able to get over to everything today. I'm sorry for that. Yeah, what do we got here? Oh, no, Undead, I understand doing some job hunting. So, no, I understand. Thanks a lot. You know what? That's what I find. I haven't been able to get to a lot of live streams, but when I do, sometimes it's running in the background, or sometimes it's just to come on and say hello. Like yesterday, I came on. I was on Recycled Dude. He had a show going for a while, and I couldn't stay as long as I wanted. I had to go pick my wife up from work. Then you know what? We got home. We were having supper, so I was able to stay for a tiny bit. Then after that, he was on later in the evening for us, our time in Canada. So I watched for about half an hour, 45 minutes. So I understand exactly what you're saying. Jorn, how are you, my friend? Good evening. Jorn, how was your wife's birthday party on the weekend? I hope she had a good time in that. Yes, everybody support each other in the chat. Neo Blake Gaming, I really appreciate it. You know what? Everybody that drops by, I'm much appreciated. You know what? Everybody's got a busy day, so I thank you for coming. Well, it's 8:30 a.m. California time. Is it, Dead Otter? Is it really? Oh, wow. Wow. Are you three or no? Are you right now? Are you 6 hours difference, Undead Otter? You're in California, right? Yes. Try and survive. Rob's Homemade, how are you? It's nice to see you again. Thank you for dropping by. Much appreciated. Yes, everybody go support Undead Otter. Check his channel out, please. No, Undead Otter, take off. Okay, we'll see you again. Thanks again for dropping by, even for a second. Thanks very much. Excuse me, I've got a bit of cold. I woke up. It's funny, you know what I was saying to my wife on the weekend. I said, you know, I kind of made it through the year. I really never got sick, and you know, not it's got nothing to do with the kids. You know, they go back to school. It's the weather's changing. You know, and everybody else starts getting sick at school and at work and stuff, and it's finally arrived here. So I'll just be sipping some water for a few minutes here. I'm sorry about that. Sunshine Cooper, how are you? Everybody, check out Sunshine Cooper. You know what? You were doing a few songs for your mom and for some anniversaries, weren't you, last week? Very nice, nice young man. And check his channel out, Sunshine Cooper. Everybody. Yorn, well, that was really a nice party for my wife, and she was happy with it. For me, it is up and down. I'm sorry, Yorn. I really am. Um, and definitely, you have our support here, Jorn. Sunshine Cooper, you're from the Philippines, are you? That's fantastic. You know what? Your mom and dad, your parents should be very proud to have a nice young man like you. Everybody, check out Sunshine Cooper, please. Excuse me. So I want to say I have a few things to maybe talk about. Maybe a few people can answer a few things for me. I'd appreciate it because I want to ask: is anybody aware of Mim, fella from Copenhagen, from Denmark, and that? If you're aware of Mim, can anybody give me an update? What's happening? I think last week he was going to do a live stream, but he was sick. He's laying in bed and he put the camera up and said, "I can't do one today." I think that might have been the last one I caught of him, or I think he did another, like one of the videos that he had up, one of his travels and that on the boat. I think maybe when he was away in the summer. But if anybody can give me an update on him, I'd appreciate it. I have to get back to his channel, but I just wondered how he's doing. Yeah, I'm just going to type this in case nobody's familiar. I'm sure a lot of people are, but if you're not, please check out Mim. He's a great guy. Jorn, friend's funeral are next week at Friday. Well, I'm sorry, Jorn. I am sure that you're not looking forward to it. That's for sure. You know what? It's hard to say closure in that for a person, but sometimes it does help to say goodbye to a person. I couldn't agree more. I remember when my father passed away a few years ago. That was the hardest time in my life. We all go through things, but unless you go through something personal, like really personal, um, everybody understands in that. So I hope things get better, and it'll take some time. It's the grieving process is not anything anybody wants to go through, but I guess it's part of life, unfortunately, and everybody is going to be going through it. But I hope things do get better for you. You're not definitely have our support here. You have my support. No, I haven't heard anything, Jorn, about them either. I'm gonna have to take a look this evening. I'm a little bit busy after this. Gotta pick my son up, and then I have some errands to do the rest of the day. This week I'm kind of a little busier. I have a lot I have to get done this week, so I'm in and out of the house, and I'm here at 2 o'clock. So I'll try to be here each day for two, but just a busier week this week. That's all. No, I agree, Jorn. But like I said, I don't want to say you have our sympathy. You do, but it's easy to say things will get better, but it's just time. That's the only thing that does get better, time, and the only thing we have from all that, I guess, I can say, is the memories. That's the only thing I have. I have pictures and videos, and it's funny, what our phone system about a year and a half ago, we got rid of our home phones. We just have the cell phones now. And my wife was going to disconnect the phone. She says, "We still have one message." And what? I wonder what's on that message. Played the message back, and it's kind of crazy. It's the last phone call my dad made, and I can't get rid of it. We have to get it off the phone and just put it, I guess, as a keepsake. So yeah, it's there's total grieving process. Blake, anyways, hope everybody enjoys the rest of the day. You gotta go, no problem. Thanks a lot, my friend. I much appreciate it for coming by. Sunshine Cooper, guys, everyone look at my challenge already. Okay, everybody check out Sunshine Cooper. Everybody, bye, Neo Blake Gaming. Thanks so much for coming by. Much appreciated. Exactly, Jorn. The only thing to do is respect and honor his memory with my heart and soul. Exactly. That's all there is. And the best thing that we have, Jorn, is memories. I say to my little kids and that, you had the time, and the one thing you always remember is the good times that you had, the good and the bad times. It's what we all have. Try and survive. Have a good one, Neil. Exactly. Simple plan. Have a great day. Awesome chat. Oh, hello. How are you? Thanks for dropping by. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. So yesterday I was going on about a few things, stealing a few names off and that. And the one name I couldn't, for the life of me, I kept trying to think. Hi, Flyer FPV. How are you? It's nice to see you. Thank you so much for dropping by. The one name I couldn't, for the life of me, I could remember, Who's Your Back, Odie and that. I couldn't remember this one fellow's name for the life, man. I should have wrote it down, but I had to go back. Night Stalker. He was on one of the channels that we watch in the morning. Michael Fire Jr. His live stream at 10 o'clock. So if you haven't checked out Night Stalker, everybody check Night Stalker out. He's a super nice guy. Bugsy's Evil Deeds. Hello, how are you? It's nice to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Much appreciated. I do appreciate it. If I haven't been to your channel, Bugsy's Evil Deeds, I will have to come and take a look. Like I said, when people come on here, sometimes I'm not able to get everybody's channel on the air. So I try to run back through the feed and check the channel out after. Even if you were to go to one of the videos and just say, hey, I'm Bugsy's Evil Deeds, that way you can check your channel out. That'd be appreciated. Yes. Hello, everybody. You know what? Flyer FPV. I was going to say, you know what? This afternoon, I think it was around lunchtime, wasn't it? I can't get on all the live streams, but I was watching Canadian Drone Hub. They've got a live stream they do. I think are they father and son? They do a channel in that at least close to lunch for my time and that. So I caught them for about half an hour, I think it was. And I've only been on a few times because about that time it's a little busier during the day. So I just want to drop by, say hello, and I love the drone channels and that. I don't know a thing about them, you know what? But the footage, I can't believe so many great channels, but I can't believe how much I'm really enjoying some of the drone channels. I had no idea it was like that, but the footage, I keep saying, oh my gosh, look at the cameras must be amazing. Had no idea everything was drones, but if you check out these drone channels, you won't be disappointed. They're fantastic. I haven't seen anything bad yet. Jojo G. Hi, everybody. Hope everybody's well tonight. Jojo G, that's my wife, Joanne. I just call her Joe, but niece and nephews call her. They've always called her Jojo since they were kids, so just the nickname Jojo. Say hi to my wife, everybody. Sunshine Cooper. Guys, the Queen Sunshine's time to sleep is 2:11 Philippine time, so good night, my friends. Great show again. Sunshine Cooper, we'll see you again. I am sorry that it's super late for you. I guess not everybody's time zone's different, so we can only catch everybody on the fly sometimes. So thanks for dropping by. Much appreciated. Yeah. Try and survive. You're 100% right. Bugsy's Evil Deeds. I must do to set exploring plants and animals. I know the name, don't match. It doesn't matter. Mine's Idiot of the Day. It has nothing to do with me. This is just, it started on, a name. Pretty much all it is all the different people we meet each day. Some good, some bad, and some the people that you get upset at, you might not do anything. Most of all, please don't do anything. It's the people that may upset you, the people that you've run into. There's not a thing, but you're going to run into them every day. I guess the idiots of the day. It's that one person or the many people that you run into. Just a name for me. So I get everybody's name. Heck, there's a fella, I imagine a lot of us know him. I pick your butt. Love the guy. I still remember when he did, he had to go shopping for his wife's anniversary. That was a great video. It was like, it's a gaming channel, different things and that, but I pick your butt. Great fella. Just a name too. Great fella. Modern Day Family Man. Hi, how are you? It's nice to see you. Thank you for dropping by again. Much appreciated. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice today. Taki Jamik, hi, how are you? It's very nice to see you again. Sandy Williams, shalom all. Hi, how are you? It's nice to see you again. Oh, Mickey, how are you? Howdy from Texas. Howdy. I wish I was in Texas right now. Mickey XOXO, everybody say hi to her. She's a super nice lady and that has a wonderful channel and live streaming and that. You won't be disappointed. You'll enjoy that channel. 4x4 camping / drones. Hey, just popped in to say hi. Hi, how are you? It's nice to see you. Thanks for dropping by. I was just talking about the Canadian Drone Hub that I've only been on a couple live streams, but I was saying how much that I enjoy the drone networks and channels and that. You can't get much better footage than that. I don't know how you do it, but it's amazing. I love to look into something about that. That's how I roll. I think that's how I roll. He put up a video this afternoon about he traded in his motorbike. He says it's getting a little too dangerous and maybe a bad back and that. So we thought the best thing, he does a channel with his son and that. That's how I roll. He was saying, you know what, I think he did a drone footage video this afternoon, this morning, but you should check his channel. That's how I roll. Great father and son team. The man has a great station with his son. Muggsy, hello everybody. First time here. It's nice to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Much appreciated. Great to see you on again, bro. Keep up the great live streams. You know what? Shalene for Yahusha. Sorry. Thanks for dropping by. If you're staying, that's awesome. If you can't, I understand completely. I do appreciate you all coming. Nikki, that's great. Jorn's a super nice fellow. You really like Jorn, a Swedish fellow that's a super nice gentleman. Everybody, please check out Jorn's channel. You won't be disappointed. The man's a incredible fella. Oh, you're staying. That's great. I appreciate it. No, I'm, you know, I run through the chat. Sometimes it's real quick and other times I can keep up to it, so I'm sorry for that. Anybody have anything going on today or the rest of the week? Here, we're getting ready 3 more days, and it's our Thanksgiving here in Canada. It's not as big as the American Thanksgiving, but yeah, we you know, we have a long weekend. The kids get the day off. They go to my mom's, go to their grandparents and stuff, and get to spend it with family for the day. So just kind of nice time spending some time with people. Excuse me. So does anybody, this is a little off topic, but I have some names that I want to talk to people about. But does anybody, yeah, I know a lot of people watch YouTube and some people don't watch television. Does anybody caught the Walking Dead? Anybody into that series, The Walking Dead? I'm not going to go on about The Walking Dead or anything on this show, but does anybody have an interest in The Walking Dead whatsoever at all? If they do, I have channel maybe you could take a look at. Oh, you do like The Walking Dead? Okay, good. So my buddy, he's got a music channel. It's called I'm going to type it in here quick. He has a few different got about 4 different shows that he has on his network. It's called EVH and Gear TV. EVH and Gear, it's based off Eddie Van Halen. He's a guitarist, my friend. He was endorsed by Kramer Guitars in that this year. But he's been, you know, playing music for over 30 some years, and that went to high school with him. Great fella. But this last year, I came back in contact with him. It almost been 30 years since I've seen him, since high school. And, you know, he's got a YouTube channel, the EVH and Gear TV. He does interviews a lot of big time musicians. He's interviewed some guys from Smashing Pumpkins to Mr. Big, Sons of Apollo, many. I get I'd rhyme on a lot, from like rock to blues. There's so many different options, but to guys from the David Lee Roth band, everything like that. But anyways, he does a Kramer Guitars channel. Does Helix. It's I'm not up on my equipment, unfortunately, but Helix is something to do for your musical instruments, for your something to do with equipment. I unfortunately, Eric, if he was on, he'd be able to explain it better. But he put this new one out, a new show, the 4th one on his EVH and Gear TV channel. He started it last night. It's called The Walking Dead. So The Walking Dead, you know, it starts off a little bit of rock music. But he interviewed this fella named Lou Temple. Lou Temple was on, he was a cast member on The Walking Dead. And the whole station is just talking about The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead. But Lou Temple, has anybody ever seen the movie Unstoppable? It has Denzel Washington and Chris Pine. It's about Chris Pine and Denzel Washington. They're train conductors, and one of the guys that works on the for the train company, they lose control, or it's a runaway train, and they have to get. The whole movie takes place. They're trying to get control of the train again. And the one cowboy, Lou Temple, he's the guy with the long hair and the mustache, like the Texas cowboy, that tries to help them get everything back up and rolling. But yeah, Lou Temple, he's been in a lot of different movies, but he was in The Walking Dead. So if you're looking for something kind of interesting, just to it's kind of a fan favorite, The Walking Dead on EVH and Gear TV. It's a really good one. You'd probably enjoy it. Shalene, you love Mr. Big. Yeah, he's had Paul Gilbert on. I don't know if you like Paul Gilbert. Billy Sheenan. Billy Sheehan, with Paul Gilbert. You know what? Since about 1989, fantastic guitarist. When Mr. Big, that's when I really enjoyed them. I've liked them over the years, but really, really enjoyed them. And Billy Sheehan, you know, who's going to ask for? He's one of the best bass players of all time. You know, if you've ever got, if you like Mr. Big, you like Sons of Apollo. It has guys from Dream Theater, Mr. Big, the singer. He's been like in Ingwe Steen, a lot of different bands in that. You'd really like Sons of Apollo. Yorn, you like Walking Dead, do you? It's great, but I've missed the latest. You know what, Yorn? I'm not gonna lie. We watched it religiously, my wife and I. I even got into Fear the Walking Dead, and then you know what? Just like everything, you know, you stop watching for a bit, and then the storyline changed. We just started watching about a month or two again. We'd pretty much put it off for about a year. We just you lose interest sometimes in shows, but yeah, I love it. We just haven't been able to keep up to it, but yeah, I think we'd like to see where it's going. You know, a lot of people would probably be able to say, "Oh, this happened. These people are gone." I know a few of the people gone, but yeah, I'd be kind of interested in getting back into it. We have to finish that and Sons of Anarchy. It's hilarious. We watched the whole 6 seasons of Sons of Anarchy. Then the last season, we watched 3 episodes. My wife says, "I don't want to watch it anymore." I said, "We have, you know what? I think there was like 10 or 12 episodes or something. We have like either 6 or 9 episodes left or something." She's like, "No, we're not watching it." So one of these days we'll get around to finishing that series off. And the guy that played Opie in Sons of Anarchy, I guess he's coming up this season in The Walking Dead. Ryan Hurst. If you liked him, you remember Opie, everybody? Obliques Magnet Fishing. Hi, how are you? It's nice to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Nikki, you got to go. You know, I understand. Thanks for dropping by. Oh, you got to go. Okay. I got you. Sorry, I thought you said you had to go. I'm sorry. Bugsy's Evil Deeds. I like EVH's guitar playing. If you're talking about Eddie Van Halen, I couldn't agree. My favorite's Alex Lifeson and Rush. That's who I grew up on. I like Eddie, but over the long haul, Alex is my favorite. Those 3 fellas in Rush. There's going to be a lot of people here go, "Who's Rush?" You might have heard of Tom Sawyer, maybe 1 or 2 other songs, but that's it. But in Canada, they're a pretty big band in Canada. The 3 fellas, you know, you couldn't ask for. He's my favorite bass player, Geddy Lee. Neil Peart. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure even if you don't like the band, I don't know anyone that would disagree that Neil Peart is probably the best technical talent I've ever come across for a drummer. So if you haven't seen Rush, check him out. And Alex Lifeson, you know, if I play guitar, I played for over 30 years, and if I could have done that for a living, that's who I would have wanted to emulate. Alex Lifeson. RG Homestead, hi, how are you? Thanks for saying hi to Yorn. It's nice to see you. Thank you. Yes, Rush is also fave. Yes. I'm sorry, everybody. I am losing my voice, so I'm not trying to ignore anybody, and I just need a little bit of water today. That's all it is. Nikki, thanks for saying hi to my wife. Thanks for recommending my tiny homes video. Could I kindly ask you to YouTube if you haven't already? Thanks. Joe, did you like the tiny homes video for Nikki XOXO? I don't know if Nikki, if my wife's still on. She may have just went back to work. She's got a few minutes here and there, and she puts it on and she turns it off. So I don't even know if she's on, but I'll get her tonight if she hasn't. I know she watched it. She hasn't hit the like button. I'll get her to like it for sure because she really enjoyed it. I can't say enough about the tiny homes programs. We've been watching a few on, HGTV. I said to my wife, I said, you know, if the kids, you know, I have a 10 and a 15-year-old. If they were bigger and, you know, down the road, you know, if we wanted to downsize to something, I could totally go for a tiny home. My wife says, "Oh no, you couldn't." I live pretty much t-shirts, shorts, whatever. I'm not, you know, I'm not that dress up if I have to go to weddings, funerals, whatever. And you know, I used to have to dress up for work years ago, but that's not me. I'd rather jeans and t-shirt any day. I don't know how I got off topic, but I did. You know, that's me always. RG Homestead. It's a wet day here at the homestead, so we're taking a day off. Understand. Slicer G. Hi, how are you? It's nice to see you again. Try and survive. You know how Geddy Lee got his name. It was his mom or grandmother. I know they were. She was a Holocaust survivor, and they couldn't say his name's actually Gary Weinrib, or Wine. Is it Weinrib or Weinrib? They couldn't. She couldn't pronounce Gary, so she said Geddy, and that's what I always heard. I don't know if it's true, but that's what I heard over the years. And yeah, actually, you know what? When I lived in Toronto when I was a kid, and our neighbor's daughter, she dated this fella, and his name was, actually, if you want to look him up, if you like moving pitch, look him up. Just All Star Sound by this fella named Fuzzy Frazier. You know what? Went down to was it Massey Hall in Toronto, 10 years old, on the Moving Pictures tour. Was it 10? Yeah, it was 1980. So 80, 81? I can't remember, 80 or 81. So it was either 10 or 11 or 12, something like that. And you know what? Rush. We got to go and see Rush. That's you know, say hello. That was it. So you couldn't ask for anything better, 10, 11 years old. But yes, Fuzzy Frazier, you know what? Without that guy, would have never got back to see them at that point in my life. That's pretty much when I really got into Rush, about 1980. So it's that 38 years ago. Sorry, I went off on tangent again. RG Homestead. What area are you in Arizona? Shalene. Oh, you're no worries. Take off. I realize you gotta get to sleep. But unfortunately, don't know what time it is exactly. I know the other time was around 8:30 or so. But yeah, take off. Have a good night. Okay. Thanks for dropping by. Much appreciated, my friend. Say bye to Yorn, everybody. Say hi to everybody here, and take a look at the channels. I appreciate it if everybody could take a look. JD Knight 7, have a good one, Yorn. Yes, thanks for saying that to Yorn. He'd appreciate it. Dramatic Eye Glows. Hello, say hi to Dramatic Eye Glows, everybody. Nice to see you. Thank you. You're in central Pennsylvania. Oh, why did I read Arizona for some reason? Okay, you're in central Pennsylvania. Excuse me. Try and survive. Grandma couldn't say his name. That's right. Obliques, magnet fishing. Cheerio. Sleep well. Chili. Sorry for caps. Oh, no worries. Is there anybody here that I could ask? You know, Yorn has to take off. You know, I haven't run into any trolls or anybody that has anything. But Yorn, you have a good one. Okay. Good night. Is there anybody that would like to that I could add as a moderator just for today if they wanted to, just in case anybody dropped in? Like I said, I haven't run into anything bad at this point yet, but you know, I've seen it on a few stations, and I might not catch it quick enough. Is there anybody that want to go as a moderator, even just for today's episode, channeling that for this show today? If they are, just let me know. Take care, Yorn. Good night. Yes, thanks. Try and survive. Appreciate it. Julian, thanks. I appreciate it. I will. Just give me a second. Okay, Julian, I've added you as a moderator. So if you want to do it today, or if you want to do it anytime you're on, that's good. So that you should see the little wrench. Anybody catch Pusa Studios? Usually our time. They're from Montreal, so they're about 8-9 hours from here. But if you catch their live streams each night, they do. It's like shout out episodes, and they talk about technical things, how you can improve your channel. They'll maybe pull up. They do like a lottery almost. They'll pick out a name, and at that point they give you a spotlight, and then you know if they think you need changes on your channel or you're just new to the channel, they'll say, oh, you need thumb. That'd be a good one for that, where they'll say, oh, you need this. But yeah, they tell you how you could update or how you can improve and stuff. But Pusa Studios, where was I going with this? Excuse me. Off on a tangent again. You know, that's what happens when you get old. I start talking about Pusa Studios and lost my train of thought again. I'm sorry about that. Oh no, that's what it was. Is about the Blue Wrench. They have like a Blue Wrench group. Is it everybody? If you caught Pusa Studios, they give everybody the little wrench so they could, I guess, moderate. But once I get a little more familiar with this, I might try that. Right now, I don't want everybody to be bothered, and I thank you for taking it over. Thank you. Oh, Shalene, no problem. I much appreciate it. Flyer FPV later. Okay, no problem. Shalene, yes, yeah, I have an uncle in Arizona. It's hot there, and I love Pusa Studios. I always try to get to theirs. Yes, I do too. I can't do it always, but they've been so supportive of the community. You know, they're a great bunch of people. You know, I've only run into actually 2 people this whole time in about 2 months. I'm not going to talk about them. It's not relevant in any way, but yeah, everybody's very supportive, and you know what? It's great. Some of these channels that you'd never come across, and it's just about at least once a week, if not more. You know, you come into something that you haven't come across, and there's a few people that I want to talk about, but I'll talk about them in a few minutes. Thanks for your comments and videos. Oh, no worries. Flyer FPV. I watched. Was it you that did the Lemon channel today about leukemia? There was some. I think it was you. I know I watched some of the videos. There's a fella. I think it was you, Flyer FPV. But there was somebody did the leukemia challenge where they eat the lemons and that. Was that you? I know there was someone that I watched one of the videos this afternoon, just after the Canadian Drone Hub live stream and that. Yeah, Pusa Studio is a great channel. Oh, try and survive. No worries. Sorry if I'm jumpy today. It could be me, and it could just be my internet. So I'm sorry for that. Yep, the Blue Wrench oblique magnet fishing. It is pretty cool, isn't it? It's a great idea. Later flight, Flyer FPV. Have a great day. You're right. Raising 7 Munchkins. I'm just dropping in before I go up for a few minutes. No worries. Say hi to Raising 7 Munchkins, everybody. You like the channel? Please check them out. You won't be disappointed. Yes, shalom at Raising 7 Munchkins. You're right. So, does everybody like some of the outdoor channels, like the hiking, some of the travel channels? I'm quite into them. I've really enjoyed quite a few of them. I've caught them on where I started was Michael Fire Jr. I'm going to just put his name up. I'm sure quite a few people have actually come across his channel and his live streams. But I can say his name, but I realize, you know, I'm not really putting people's channels up, so I'm just going to type their names in. Michael Fire Jr. If you haven't caught him, he does a show every morning at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's the best part of his day. But I've come across a great bunch of people through his channel, and you know, some of these outdoor networks and fishing and bushcraft channels and that, I'm really impressed with them. You know, and I don't get out as much as I do with our kids and that. You know, you go on holidays, you're busy on the weekend, so I don't get to the hiking. You know, we go on walks and stuff, and sometimes, you know, if we're off for the day or something, maybe we're day trip. Some days we will get into the trails and stuff. So a few people I want to talk about. There's a fellow named NYZ or NYZ Outdoors, whichever Canadian American, whatever, however you'd like to say. NYZ. I'll just say it for the time being. NYZ. Just type that. NYZ. Hope that comes. NYZ Outdoors. Check his channel out. He's got like an outdoor channel. For me in Canada, we have Algonquin Park, our national parks, our provincial parks, and we have a great one up in northern Ontario, a few hours from here, and it's Algonquin Park. But he did a series that I just love. I can't recommend it enough. He did it on his canoeing trip and that on the French River. He did it's called the French River series. So if you check out NYZ or NYZ Outdoors, you won't be disappointed. You know, it takes you on a trip that you feel like you're right there with him. So you really enjoy it if you take a look at it, NYZ Outdoors channel. Can't say enough about the guy. And Dad, no worries. You're at work. That's not a problem. I appreciate you dropping by. as you can see, I'm home right now, so I don't have that issue at this point. But down the road, it's going to change, I know. But I'll get back to work in that. But no, thanks again for dropping by. Much appreciated. Yeah, say hi to take a look at M's dad, everybody. Yes, Raising Seven Munchkins NYZ Outdoors is an awesome channel, isn't it? They've got a great outdoor network channel, and that I can't say enough about them. RG Homestead, you can't get more outdoors than we are in central Arizona near the Grand Canyon, and we get it all when we come to the wildlife. Oh my gosh. RG Homestead, it's one thing we love to do. My wife, we like to go usually to the Caribbean and different tropical islands and stuff for vacation and that, like go to Cuba, Dominican, New Mexico, different Barbados, St. Lucia, any of the islands. I just like to get away. But she really wants to go to Vegas, and going to Vegas, she wants. I'm not much of a gambler, so at first I said, I don't know if Vegas is for me, but I think that I do. I've heard a lot of people. My brother and his wife went to Vegas a little while ago, and everybody that's been there, my buddy and his wife, they say, it doesn't matter if you're into gambling or what. There's so much more. You don't have to gamble. There's everything. There's day trips. I love to go to the Grand Canyon. I like to see the Hoover Dam. Some people go, oh, I didn't have enough time. If I'm going, that I'm making time for those two places. And so many people have talked about, the Grand Canyon. A few hours you can get to this portion, but for this many hours you can get like all the way around. And I think I would take the day and go all the way around. But is it Grand Canyon? Is it that walkout where you can go walk out right over the edges? Is it like a glass floor or something like that? I love to do that. I think that would be amazing. Oh, you know what? You said, when were we on? The Party Source Reviews. Hello, everybody. Say hi to the Party Source Reviews, everybody. There's another topic. You know what? Does anybody else enjoy beer? Some of the different the spirits, I guess. So check out the Party Source Reviews. I've enjoyed some of the craft beer reviews that you've done. There's so many Party Source reviews. The Bearded Beer Man, Craft Beer Pours, Rob's. Is it Rob? Oh gosh, why am I having a hard time? Rob's Homemade. I can't say enough about you fellas. When I watch it, all I can think about is it 5 o'clock yet? Is it time to start a few? But yeah, usually, unfortunately for me, it's as I'm getting older, it's usually a Friday, Saturday night. But that's okay. It's probably best for me if I'm not doing it every night. But yeah, no, I love it because it's great to see, what you might want to try. Here we don't get as many craft beer. We get them more to the area, to our location and that. So we get a few, but we're not going to get the tremendous amount that you do, in the United States and worldwide in that. I don't want to say it's narrowed down, but it's a little more narrowed down here in Ontario or this part of Canada. Jenny O'Brien, hi, how are you? Shalene could use more support on her channel, so if you can support her channel, please. Yes, everybody, please check out Shalene's channel. Everybody check out everybody's channel. It's great that everybody's supportive of each other, and I don't mean to disrespect anybody and not. I try to say hello to everybody as they're coming in, and everybody check their channels out. So yes, if somebody's needing us to take a look, it's great to just meet a bunch of new people, because you don't know what you're going to come across. That could be your favorite channel or one that you want to take a look at down the road, or at least once a week. So please check out each other's channels. Yes, Raising Seven Munchkins. Love to go up in a helicopter and see the Grand Canyon. Wouldn't that be incredible? Remember as a kid, do you remember any older guys like me in their 40s and older? Remember Evel Knievel? You remember was it Rattlesnake? Remember the jump, all these different famous jumps that he had? Didn't he try the Grand Canyon? The one that sticks in my head. I remember when he was trying to jump the pool of sharks and that. I remember he made it. Then the tail end, the back part of his tire hit, and he spun out, and again he broke how many more bones? But Yeah, no, that was kind of fun back then. East Mess East Mesa Urban Homestead. I'm driving, so I can't make any comments. No worries. You know what? Thanks for if you can listen, that's great. If not, have a good day. But thanks for even listening, and much appreciated. Oh, you know what? From UK, Kent Beer Reviews. Everybody say hi. Definitely check their channel out. Hope you're having a good day. I'm having a great day. What are you, 5 hours difference? Is it 20 to 8 there? Kent Beer Reviews. I think you're about 5 hours, 6 hours difference in the UK. Oh, Party Source Reviews. No, no worries. You know what? I'm so glad. Like I said to everybody, you can't always get to everybody's channel, like to every single video. You know, it's funny. You know, even if you have 5 or 6 or whatever, or you have 5,000 channels you're subscribed to, it doesn't matter. Sometimes you're only able to get to you know, so many videos. You can't watch every single thing. If you did, even 24 hours in the day wouldn't be long enough. But you know what? It's great to be able to catch. If you can't check out maybe that one video that pops up in your notifications, maybe the next time you can. I'm finding that's what it is. Not every notification. I try my darnest, and sometimes I can watch those short ones, and I'm on to the next one. But then there's a 20-minute or 30-minute video. You know, maybe that's the one I can watch of that length this week. I might not be able to watch it the next week, but you can't watch all the everybody's. So that's what I'm trying. That's where I'm going. So if I've missed anybody, my apologies. It's no disrespect to anyone. That's what I'm trying. I find that's the best way for me um, to skim through some of them, because some of them, you know what, you need to sit and watch. So if that's the case, I'm not going to just go boom, boom, boom. Some you need to just sit down and watch. So I don't always get to those specifically, but it maybe in a week or two I will. So, but I definitely will watch most people's videos, or what I can watch it, if that makes sense. Oh, if you got to go east, can't, no, what are we missing here? Sorry. What, the thing went so quick, I've missed somebody here. Sorry about this. No, I want to say I appreciate your support. Oh, no worries. You know what? Like I said, I appreciate you coming on, even just to say hello or coming on for a few minutes, whatever it is. But you know what? There's so many people. You have to respect every single person, because you know what, they took that time to even just come over, hit, you know what, boom, your channel. So if you're gonna just sit there and like, there's some people get on and they're like, don't do this. I don't want you to say this. That's all fine and good, but you know what? Guess what? Everybody came over to your channel. So if they come to your channel, as long as they're not disrespecting you or the people on there, maybe you should, maybe, I guess I need to zip it. Maybe it's not the greatest to actually say things to the people that come on your channel unless they're disrespectful to you. Because you know what? They took the time to come on and say hi to you. Sharon Newman, hi. Pauline Newman's sister. Everybody, please check out Sharon Newman, okay? She's a wonderful lady. Sharon, are you in the UK? I don't know if you're in the U. I saw something about Pauline, your sister, putting like Florida, so I wasn't sure if you're just on vacation or. But say hi to Sharon Newman, everybody, please, and check out her channel. You won't be disappointed. Bleak's Magnet Fishing. It's 8:30 in the evening. Oh gosh. RG Homestead. You might look into Laughlin, Nevada, smaller and still enough, and still get to all the sites that you like. Oh, that's awesome. I'm gonna look into that. It's 2:39 p.m. here. Yeah, no, that's you know what, Shalene, that's you're in Pennsylvania, right? You said, yeah, we're the exact same time zone then. Kent Beer Reviews. Any food channels here? There's my buddy Rob's Homemade. Everybody, Kent Beer Reviews. Have you seen Rob's Homemade? And Rob's Homemade, have you seen Kent Beer Reviews? Say hi to everybody. Um, Raising Seven Munchkins. Do you have anywhere near that it's great to visit? Are you talking to somebody on the channel? Or are you talking to us here? Sorry about that. Oblique Bleak's Magnet Fishing. It's 8:41 in the Netherlands, so it's what, 7:41 in the UK. Okay, perfect. Yes, Rob's Homemade Kent Beer Reviews on the foodie channel. Perfect. That's awesome. Excuse me. I'm just Sharon. You're in the States, are you? Okay, that's awesome. JD Night 7. I agree with you. There's millions of stations, exactly. So you know what? All you can do is just try to support. That's all you can do. That's a great way to be. That's what I'm trying to. So I'm like I said, if it's not been maybe a couple weeks, I will get there. So please don't think there's disrespect to a single one of you. No, Sharon Newman, you're in the United States. That's perfect. Pauline Newman, say hi to Pauline. I was just saying hello to your sister Sharon Newman. Everybody say hi to Pauline Newman. Check her channel out, please. These two ladies, wonderful women. Please check out both their channels, everybody. Excuse me. So I've got a few other channels. Anybody have anything going on? Just let me know. I'd appreciate it. Going on today, this week, this weekend. I have a few channels that some people call them shoutouts. I guess I'm just talking about them because you know what? Maybe I watched one of their videos, or I watched them a little more. Started with them. These people, I'm just the reason I'm bringing up their names in that. They were when I first started here, so I'm just putting a few names out that I can appreciate. Oh, Sharon Newman, no worries. I appreciate you coming. You know what? Like I said, I'm very sorry. I don't always get to everything. I get to what I try every morning. I get to Michael Fire Jr.'s channel, and then at night I don't want to say when my wife allows. At night I spend it with my wife. That's the gist of it. So sometimes I'll get on for 20, 30 minutes sometimes, and it might be a few times a week. But for me, I try to spend my evenings with my wife, but I'll definitely try to support other people too. So that's, I guess, what I'm trying to say. Raiden Brand Reality TV. Hi, it's nice to see you. Thanks for dropping by. So a few channels here. I'm gonna, like I said before, what I started doing as of yesterday, instead of just saying their names, I'm going to just type out their channels. Here's one that I really enjoy. They have a channel. It's about their coonhounds. It's about their dogs and that. It's called Timber Hill Red Bones. I caught them on Michael Fire Jr.'s channel. I really enjoy their channel. So if you want something about their dogs and stuff, and enjoy the, I guess, outdoors and stuff, you'd appreciate that channel. What part of Africa are you in? Shalene, you're in Pennsylvania, is that correct? Another great one that I'm in Canada, so she's in Canada as well. Let me put this down. So Down the Rabbit Hole. It's a great like family channel, and that they have like travel and family vlogs. They do travel stories. I just got to know her through some of the channels. Very nice family in that. Like I like a lot of things, but as I get older and had my kids, I really started to appreciate more with family, and that for me, I spend all my time that I'm not busy enough with my family. We try to do things with the kids. So for me, I enjoy that. That's just something for me. So that's just why I put that name out there. Down the Rabbit Hole. You won't be disappointed to check their channel out. Shalene, I thought you were in Pennsylvania. Who else do we have here? So did anybody catch Michael Fire Jr.'s channel today? His show at 10 o'clock this morning? He's been going down south this week. Him and his wife Monica, they went on a trip down south, and they're meeting some of the supporters they have, and that we've met on the channel over the last little bit, the last few months that I've been on, at least. And today there was, we had Clint Moore, we had Budget Bushcraft, like I was saying earlier, Night Stalker. I probably missed a few here, but this morning he had a great fellow on called, Hoosier OD, the other day too, with Budget Bushcraft. But yeah, today he had a fella, I think, is he down in Kentucky or Tennessee right now? Backpacking with Jason. I'm just gonna put his channel name up at least. Probably should be putting their link up, but maybe I can get that done at a later date. But yeah, excuse me, I can't speak. Let's start this all over again. Backpacking with Jason. Does like an outdoor hiking channel. He's been hiking the Appalachian Mountains and that. I remember when we were kids, parents used to take us to South Carolina. So where we live in Ontario, years ago when I lived in Toronto, we'd go through like New York State, Pennsylvania, through the Virginia. But as we got older, we were living closer to the Michigan border. We lived about an hour out. So we'd go through Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, then North Carolina, South Carolina. So when you go down through like the end of Kentucky, like after you get through the horse stables and stuff, after you get through Kentucky, and then you start going up into Tennessee and get closer into North Carolina, you go up through the Great Smoky Mountains. That's the most beautiful scenery I've ever come across next to overseas. But it's like when I went to Missouri, I remember the mountains there. They were absolutely beautiful. So that's something I'd like to get into as, when I get a little, as the kids grow up and that, I'd like to spend a little more time hiking. My cousin does it. He does it on the Niagara Peninsula. He lives down in Burlington, which is about 30, 40 minutes out of Toronto. And he can get close to the Niagara Peninsula, Niagara Escarpment. So he does a lot of hiking up there. I'd really like to go down and do those trails with him. But let's see. No, Bud in America would like to see Africa, though. Yeah, so would I. Wouldn't that be quite a trip? I thought of that years ago. I thought I was in my mid 20s, 25, 26. I thought I'd love to go to Africa or to India, but I didn't have the funds at the time. So I ended up going. I think I went to Cancun or something. You know what? I could only afford a couple of weeks, so I went to Cancun, and man, was that ever a trip! I can't even talk about that. But just ate. Hello, my friend. How are you? Well, Kent beer reviews. Oh, no worries. You know what? I've only got a few more minutes. The reason I only do I do this show between 2 and 3. For me, it's best because I do it. My son's done school at 3:30, so if I can get this not over with, but if I can do this, and then I'll wrap everything up, and then I can go pick him up in about 15 minutes once the show's done and everything's good. He's old enough to walk home, but it sounds ridiculous. I love spending time with my son and my daughter. Right now, I only see her on the weekends, but she's actually sick today. She called me this morning and said, "Can you call the school?" So she's home and that. But yeah, no, I like to pick my son up, so it's just something I like to do. But let's see here. Sorry, I don't mean for dead air. I'm sorry for this. I'm really losing my voice here. I'm just gonna have another sip. Does anybody else have anything going on for the rest of their day today? I realize we got 20 thumbs up today. That was fantastic. 9 people watching still, so that's fantastic. Thank you, everybody. Oblique magnet fishing. I'm glad that there are no mountains in Holland. And yes, if you can spend a lot of time with your babies, yes. Why gaming is it? Sorry. Hello, how are you? Hot lemon tea, bro, with honey will help you with that, my friend. And back in the day, I would have said some whiskey, but yeah, no, definitely. I'll probably have some tea. We have either a mint or peppermint or something in the cupboard, so I'll probably have one a little later on for sure. No, JD Knight said nothing going on today. Yeah, it's Tuesday, right? To me, Monday. It didn't feel like Monday today almost. like it's been super busy, so I haven't really had time to stop and think about it. But for some reason, you know what? It feels that today almost feels like Monday, doesn't it? I have those Monday blues for some reason for a Tuesday. You know, tomorrow's the middle of the week already, so that's a great thing. Um, and it's funny, every night this past week, my son, he's like, "Can I have a sleepover?" He wanted one last weekend, but you know, he's been playing the video games, the Fortnite, and he gets a little out of hand sometimes. He gets yelling he gets overexcited, and so we had to, you know, we took a few things away. We said you can only play so long, and you know, he wanted kids over last weekend, and after a bit, we said, you know what, enough's enough. You're not having a sleepover this weekend. Maybe next weekend, this weekend coming. So he went on all weekend long, starting Sunday and last night. And then my wife broke down and said, "Yep, no problem. You can have one of your friends." So he says, "I got a top three." Starts spilling out names. He gets on the phone and he's, you know, talking to the kids and that can't come. It was Thanksgiving here, so we said to him, you know, if you don't get any kids coming, you know, it's going to be family weekend. A lot of people have things to do. You may not get these kids coming this weekend. If you can't, be next weekend. So all night he's like, "Oh, I called such and such mom. He's at hockey right now. He's going to be home at 8:30." So he called that woman about 4 or 5 times. I said, "We said it at 8:30. This is the very last time. If he doesn't answer, end of story. You could talk to him at school tomorrow. If he can come, great. If not, we have till Wednesday to figure it out. After that, it's too close to the weekend. You'll do it next weekend." But he ended up getting through to some kid after calling like a million times. But usually, does anybody have like a regular time they put out their video streams? Usually, before I started this, I hadn't had a live streams till about 2 weeks ago, and then I went live, and I'm so glad I did. I've really enjoyed this. This is My wife said it's good for me because I can, you know, you get out of your shell a little bit. So for me, it's a good thing. But I was doing like 2 videos a week. I was putting them out for Tuesday and Thursday. There was no live stream. That's all I was doing. So then once I started the live stream, I realized, you know what, the content I can't get out twice a week to do this. I can get out usually on the weekends. We can try to film stuff. My wife is doing some editing, so usually she does it Monday night. And I put it out. Usually let it run all night, and it it goes live 3 or 4 in the morning for us. And then when I wake up, I can see that it's been added to YouTube, and off we go. So great. But last night she came home. She says, "I'm not feeling good." She's the one that does all my editing so far. So you know what? That's fine. I said, "Maybe we can do it tonight." So, and this morning she said, "Yeah, I'll do it tonight." So she's gonna work on like thumbnails and my banner for the beginning of YouTube. So, you know, I've got the channel, I've got that little intro, and we're trying a few little extras in that. But we've seen these thumbnails, you know, at the beginning of your channel. It's a great thing as far as I can see. So she's gonna do one of these up, and she did a little trip about on our way last week. We went to on the weekend we went to Waterloo and to St. Jacobs. So it's like a little mini night community. And so on the trip there, she filmed most of it. She had her phone up and was filming. I said, "Maybe you should film this. You know, the radio's on, the kids are blasting and everything." She goes, "Oh no, it's like is it time lapse? Is that what it is?" So everything goes in like in super slow mo and like fast movement and stuff. So she says it records no sound. So I watched it last night. She did the whole trip in like a minute or something. It was hilarious. It's like an hour and a half trip. It just went flying by, and she's going to add a few things. So we'll have to see what happens. I do have one last person. I'm sorry, I just have to say the name of, because I watch. Everybody know Big Keg. If everybody knows Big Keg, he's an Australian fellow that I ran into on uh, Recycle Dude. His live streaming and that. If you like some comedy and like the Australian accent, uh, like scrapping and all that. If you want some good entertainment, check out Big Keg. Uh, Enough about that fella. Right now, it's a video today, and he put up this couple. I think everybody, if they want a good channel to go take a look at, they only got a few people on, but Inspirations. I'm gonna just post their name up at least. They're called Moonshine Inspirations. If you want to check them out, I think they have 5 or 6 people so far. So if yeah, take a look at their channel, please. You won't be disappointed. Tabby Smith, hi, how are you? Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. Yes, JD Knight 7. I love Big Keg too. My wife loves him. The reason she loves Big Keg is he looks just like her father. So I can't agree with you more. Anyways, thank you so much for coming by, everybody. I realize you've got busy days, so I much appreciated. I'll let everybody go. I'll say much ado. Ah, I bid you adieu, everybody. But I just want to say thank you for dropping by. Okay, much appreciated. And thanks for hitting the like. If you want to hit subscribe to the channel, that's great. But hitting the like button. Thanks for coming, everybody. Even spending a few minutes in some of your day. Thanks. Okay, have a great one. We'll see you again either tomorrow or whenever you get back. Have a good one, everybody. Bye bye.